here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride.
Okay, I hope this is a good angle. But I figured today is a good day. I had some free time, so I decided to just kind of go out and film a video and like going over the things, what I've done to my e34 BMW 530i. So I bought the car January of 2018. It's February 2000. No, I bought it January 2019, and it's already February 2020. So I had it just over a year, and over that year, I've done like quite a bit of things, but it's a it's like a progressing build. I still have a lot of things on my radar that I'm going to do. But yeah, the car, and I'm gonna do like a walk around, like explain more once I stop. But for now, I'm just gonna talk about the things I can't talk about without. But anyways, so as you can see, the car has a black interior actually, and the color of the car is white. When I bought the car, it had a that's my friend. When I first bought the car, it had a parchment, like tan colored interior, and I don't know, for some reason that's just not something I liked. I guess on a white car, I would like to have like a black interior. I feel like it just stands out more, just gives it like a more better look, I guess. More better. Oh my god, my English is terrible. But basically, I swapped over the whole interior from parchment to black. I've painted the A pillars, B pillars, C pillars. Took out the headliner, painted the headliner black, and I added just a couple of like I guess M5 goodies, some like replica, for example, the shifts around from an M5, and CHP weighted short shifter, well not a short shifter, shift knob. I have in the rear, I will show you later, like a e34 armrest with the openable like storage compartment, and then I also have rear e32 like reading lights, like 2 independent lights. For the steering wheel, the car, I bought the car personally with a had to do that. I bought the car with a e46 steering wheel. It's the sport one. The alignment's kind of off on it. Well, the car drives straight actually. It's just the steering wheel is off, so I need to fix that. So I'll probably go get an alignment or something. But it has an e46 steering wheel. Obviously, these buttons on the steering wheel don't work, so they're just kind of useless. But for the interior, I have I fitted a what you can call it, like a auto dimming, like an auto dimming mirror with the switch right here. The one that I had before had like a little tab that you would just flip over, and I mean this one I guess is more rare, so just decided to fit it. I also have a phone right here. It does not work, sadly, because it's on a back when it was new, it was on a service or like a company or like a network that basically is unexistent right now, and there's no possible way to make it work. The only way you can make it work is by actually taking the phone apart and installing like a aftermarket Bluetooth receiver in there, and basically when somebody calls you, you connect to the phone, there's a little speaker, and that's the only way you can talk, which is, this phone is technically useless. It's just taking up space, but my theme, I guess, oh my goodness, the sound in this car is just it's gonna get me in trouble. Woo! What was I saying? The theme with this car, and I'm going to show you around, how it looks on the outside, is basically I'm going for the OEM plus look. I kind of want the car to be OEM. I don't really want any like shady, cheesy looking aftermarket parts. So I guess some people won't like this. I personally do, because I want it to be as OEM as possible. So yeah, I did actually, before I found a working radio for this car, because I bought it with the broken one, I went through literally 10 different stock e34 like BMW radios. I mean, I think they're the same between the e36 and the e34s, and maybe the e32s. But anyways, I went through 10 different. So I've actually mounted a Bluetooth like receiver to like a cassette adapter, and it just kind of goes in, and I have Bluetooth in this car, I guess. And that's pretty much the only aftermarket thing, I guess, in here that, you know, that didn't come really from the factory. Oh, and the horn, the car, obviously, this horn, I couldn't figure out how to wire it to make it actually work, I guess, because it's like, they have different connectors and everything. So what I did actually is found the horn buttons, or the horn wires, and I wired them up to a switch that sits right under the ASC button. And basically, for me to use the horn, I have to flip the switch. And basically, if you leave it flipped on, it just kind of stays on. So you have to manually turn it on and off. But yeah, as far as the interior, I will. The seats, when I bought the car, had really ripped. Like, they were just shitty. And I've actually had to go through three different parts cars to make this interior complete. First parts car I bought, it had, you know, like bad door panels, but it did have good seats. I got the seats from that car. Second parts car I bought had bad seats, but had nice door panels. I took that out of that, you know. Other, you know, just different like center console pieces. I had basically 3 different cars I had to go through to piece one good, you know, solid interior together. But even though that's 3 cars, the interior is still not perfect. As you can see, I have a ripped arm support right here, and actually the driver's seat is made no rips at all, but the passenger seat is kind of starting to tear a little bit. But I will sort these issues out later down the road. I'm actually planning to get sport seats for this car from a friend of mine. He's selling the e34, so I'm going to probably trade him these seats for some sport seats, maybe with a little bit of cash on top, but they need to get reupholstered. So that's that. That's kind of my plan. But yeah, as far as the interior goes, I think, I have these, like, from somewhere from Europe. I ordered oh my goodness, there's a trash truck up top front. Jesus Christ, I even passed this guy. But what I was saying, my shift knob and my e-brake shift boot, they are actually from somewhere from like Europe, and this actual genuine leather with stitched like M stripes kind of on the sides. So I really like that versus, you know, the stock like OEM shift boot, which is already are like fragile and freaking crusty because, you know, 25-year-old leather. Most people don't really take care of these cars. It's only really like the enthusiasts that, you know, appreciate the e34 I live, I'm in Sacramento. I see always a lot of e34s in like the pick and pull, and that's where, you know, I get kind of most of my parts from. If I need anything. Sadly, all of them are mostly like 525s, so I can't really, because I have a 530, so you know they're weird. The hated 3-liter V8s, yes, shit on me down in the comments, please. But yes, I will actually be swapping this car probably within the next. I'm actually, my family is moving right now, so as soon as we move out from the house that we live in to an actual house that we're buying, I'll have a garage and like a nice lift I can install, and then I will be swapping this car from a 530, from the V30 M60 V30 to the 540 engine, and so I'll finally have a decent, you know, amount of power, because the 530, it eats the same amount of gas, it sounds the same as the 540, but it just doesn't have the power. So it's like, you know, what's the point of this engine? But I got a good deal on this car, so I'm not really complaining too much. I will still be swapping it later down the road for a decently low mileage engine, and then I will be supercharging, probably, I don't know, probably some aftermarket supercharger. The Denon ones are kind of hard to find, but yeah, that's kind of the plan for this car. I will be adding also a subwoofer, and I will be changing out all the stock speakers, which I have already actually changed out to, you know, I just found a bunch of good stock speakers because mine were completely ripped, and I found they're just like good stock speakers, but either they're still not ripped, but they still sound shitty. So I will be actually putting in better speakers all around, nice subwoofer, and I will probably be keeping the stock stereo, just because I like, you know, I'm trying to keep this car as OEM as possible, I guess. But yeah, I think as far as the interior, oh, cool thing about the seats, actually, well, not really so cool, but just like the interior of this car, I had to actually piece the seats from 3 different seats. So first seats I had were ripped, but they actually, you know, all the electronic adjustments, and they all worked. Second seats, they were not ripped, but the electronic adjustments didn't work. And the third pair of seats, everything was broken, but it did have working heated seats. So as you can probably guess, I, you know, took all 3 seats apart and made a nice one good seat from all 3. I had to take apart the leather, take apart everything to bare metal basically, and integrate the heating element that was in the heated seats into the non-heated seats, and wire up, like, I guess, a switch right here where it sits. And so yeah, you know, this is how, because like all the seats that you find maybe at Pick and Pull or like somebody selling them, and especially if you're trying to, oh, I don't want the heated seat on, especially if you're trying to get a good deal, you know, I think I'm probably just going to pull over, wait for these trucks to pass. So this is the car from the outside. Just gonna do a quick walk around. My favorite sticker. So starting off, I guess, with the wheels. These are BBS, I believe LMs. These are replicas. These are not the actual 3-piece rims. These are just reps. But I will be getting probably MPARs or something of that nature later on. Oh, how did this get here? I have Euro taillights, or headlights with the smileys right there. I put in LED daytime bulbs, and I also put LED bulbs for the actual lights. These are actually very, very bright at night. Let me turn on the fog lights. So this is how it looks. I did put some tint on the high beams, And this is my, yeah, I'm from Ukraine. That is my Ukrainian license plate that I got. Kind of like how it looks. That's just my style. I painted the kidney grills. I have a aftermarket like I guess M5 bumper type of lip. Kind of makes the stock bumper look like an M5 bumper, which I like the combination black lip, white bumper, you know, kind of matches in with the tinted high beams. And just, you know, I repainted this, all of this I repainted. Clear tail, clear turn signals, love those. Moving on to the back, I have a M-Tech spoiler. Actually had to go to such a big hassle to find a good working one. I actually had clear Euro taillights, but unfortunately one of them broke on this side and I could not still find a replacement, so I just got my stock taillights and I figured I would tint them, and that's exactly what I did. I have a aftermarket plate filler from somebody I bought, also from Europe. I actually retrofitted a pair, or I retrofitted like fog lights. These are mounted in, you know, they're spliced in with the lights, so every time the lights are on, the fog lights are on. And I have this just like, I guess, license plate cover. I do have a muffler delete on this car and just some, you know, tips. Sounds really nice actually. Going around this side, this car is not perfect by any means. I do have, you know, a couple of dents, a couple of scratches, especially on here, but all of this will be fixed in no time. So there's a dent right here and there's a dent right here. That's actually from the previous owner, so all of this will be fixed. I do have 5% tint in the rear, all the rear, and then I have 12% tint on the driver's door and 2.5 windshield strip. And I'm in California, so this is an M60 B30. The engine, pretty much everything is stock under here. I have an eBay I think chip in here. It raises the rev limiter 500 RPMs, and it also changes how the red line sounds, which sounds amazing. I will do a clip later. I have a colder intake, you know, custom mounted it. I do have a pro tuning strut bar for the front, but mostly everything under here is stock. I did change out all the valve cover gaskets, oil pan gasket, bunch of power steering hoses, whatchamacallit, the cooling system hoses, you know, just normal E34 old car maintenance. But my favorite part from under the hood is actually this light right here that I retrofitted. You know, it's probably useless at night, it's not even that bright, but just to say that you have it there is kind of cool. And let me actually rev it for you so you can hear how it sounds. But yeah, this is my 95 E34 BMW 530, soon to be 540i. I will be swapping it within the next couple of months. Hopefully everything with moving out goes correctly. And yeah, I will be putting a supercharger, planning on probably pushing around like 400, I want to say, to the wheels. So we'll see how that goes, but it's a build. It's still not perfect, even though that's what I'm striving for. And let me just quickly go over the interior so you can see. So for those of you that have E34s will appreciate these comfort seats that don't have any rips. It's maybe starting to get a little faded right here, but overall great condition. Like I said, I had to piece together 3 different seats to actually make you know, the perfect seat that I wanted. I found these at the yard, got them for a good deal. Like I said, this is that aftermarket shift boot and the e-brake shift lever. That's the phone right here, kind of just sits there, and also the shifts around, and then that horn button that I was talking about, that is that little Bluetooth receiver right here, and the radio. Everything works, no pixels are dead. No pixels are dead there as well, because I actually wired my fog lights to the brake lights. It started to pop up this warning right here, which I need to sort out. And don't mind the check engine light, that is on because of the chip. Nothing's actually wrong with the car. I did the stomp test, everything's good, no codes except for just like an invalid whatever chip. It's just tripping out basically. But yeah, that's that glass I was talking about. I actually had to paint all of these visors, door handles, basically everything in here except the actual lights and the lights in the back. But also those e34 owners will appreciate this. Look at that wood trim. It is not cracked anywhere. Well, almost anywhere. It's all good on the glove box. You know, right here, right here, right here. The only piece that I can't find that's matching is actually this piece right here. So if anybody has one and would like to give it to me for a good price, hit me up. Now let's go to the back seats. Oh, also this one is not cracked, I guess, but it's not really matching. But the back seats, I've actually retrofitted e32 headrests in here, and sadly the headrests were like a dove gray in color, so I had to also, you know, dye them, which I guess the dye was not that good, and it's kind of starting to, basically like on here, it's starting to crack. But also with an armrest, e32 armrest, also from an e32 or an e34, I don't know, rear cigarette lighter, and these lights right here, yeah, I need to get some yellow bulbs for that, but I have a full LED kit on all the lights in here. But yeah, this is the interior of it. I like it. Let me know what you guys think of my car, and yeah, show some support, I guess. I will be doing more videos on this build. I should have started to film way before, or when I first got the car. Actually, just, you know, wasn't really that motivated, I guess. But I'm gonna be, from now on, I will be recording and documenting everything that I do to my e34, and, you know, along the way, if I have any tips, if I have anything that I would like to share, I'll make a video about it. But I actually have e36 328 drift card that I'm building, and so I'll be doing videos on that. My first drift event is actually on February 22nd, which is in like 3 weeks. So I will be definitely, you know, strapping some GoPros to the car and, you know, seeing how good I am at that. But yeah, for today, I don't want this to be too long, but just, you know, kind of an overview of the car, and I'm just gonna go for another drive.
Джаная, ты для меня все, ты для меня одна. Джаная, ты всегда со мной, ты навсегда моя. Джаная, ты для меня все, ты для меня одна. Джаная, ты всегда со мной, ты навсегда моя. Моя Джаная всегда со мной, знаю точно. Восточную красавицу случайно встретил ночью. Честно, я не ожидал, что мне так крупно подтвердит. Твои глаза свели с ума, а сердце застучало в бит. Всего лишь миг, моя, я влюбился по уши. Конечный пик, моя любовь свою мы не потушим. Пусть разгорается и с каждым разом все сильней. Все свои песни и стихи я посвящаю ей. И навряд ли ты поймешь меня, братан, сейчас. Но ничто на свете не заменит ее карих глаз. Там как алмаз, она красива и прекрасна, но в то же время непокорна и опасна. Дерзость, вот что меня зацепило. Мерзость, для нее все эти цепи. Не гоняется за модой, ей не нужно это. Моя Джаная, вместе встретим наше лето. Джаная, ты для меня все, ты для меня одна. Джаная, Джаная, ты всегда со мной, ты навсегда моя. Джаная, Джаная, ты для меня все, ты для меня одна. Джаная, Джаная, ты всегда со мной, ты навсегда.